Live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oh Baby a Triple, the TV show, the TV show turned radio show turned podcast. My name is Corey, and I'm working on speaking. Joining me are my two other lovely hosts of every week.
My name is Bulby.
Bulby,
And I'm Harry.
as always. And this week we do have a special guest host. He is the creator of the Universal Pokemon Federation. He pretty much streams Pokemon every other week. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Mark, otherwise known as Mark Cameron on Twitch, UPF, and Marc Mifsud on social media.
Thank you, Mark. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for helping us host this week on our brand new fun topic, ICP Part 2, where we talk about the rest of the lore that comes through with Insane Clown Posse. No, I'm just kidding.
The next decade of songs.
ICP. No, we're talking about Pokemon, because yesterday was Pokemon's 25th year anniversary.
Hell yeah.
Which is hard to think about.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Opinion. Knowing that, like, because I grew up with, like, the first games when it was, like, the big craze, and my cousins were all playing it, and I was too young to be there when it, like, first started. But I do remember, like, the first few years of Pokemon and how, like, it just shaped my entire life. For like a decade, I had a Pokemon, like a Pikachu Pokemon pillow I'd sleep with every night. And now it's been replaced by just a pillow. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's decidedly a downgrade.
Yeah, it's a very big downgrade. But we decided this week to do a retrospective look at Pokemon as well as a look toward, because we had the Pokemon presentation yesterday, the look toward, like, the close future of Pokemon. So super exciting.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
It feels weird because, like,
I'll let you go because I was gonna say I think we should start somewhere, and I think Ryan's starting somewhere.
I was just gonna say it feels weird that, like, I've lived an entire lifetime where Pokemon, I lived like 3 years of my life without Pokemon, and then literally when I was 3 years old, Pokemon started. So, like, I've been there since the beginning, man. It's weird. I'm old. I hate it. It made me feel old. It was like, because I always felt like, Pokemon's the thing from when I was a real little kid. And now it's like, oh yeah, it's like 25. It's like halfway to 30. I'm like, shit. I'm like a little bit almost to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25.
I think
like halfway to 30.
most of us are like as old as Pokemon.
Well, 5 years to 30. Sorry, I don't know. I look at it as when you turn 20, and then you hit 25. Like 20 to 30, it's like the halfway to.
Yeah, I get you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
like we're all old enough to have been there for like the entirety of Pokemon. So like, you know, I feel like all of us grew up with it to varying degrees.
Yeah.
Because of just it's a pretty massive part of our generation's like culture as children. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was can't escape Pokemania.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like parodied on South Park. It's like you couldn't. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
I feel like it was parodied everywhere. Like it's literally there's no corner of any part of anything that wasn't touched at least at some point.
Right.
I remember Everybody Loves Raymond did an episode of Pokemon cards.
Oh,
it was so weird.
I remember that.
All the like, I love all the like weird, like for the 25th celebration thing, they had Post Malone do like a concert. Yeah. I remember for the 10th anniversary of Pokemon, I went to the event that they had in Bryant Park, and Hulk Hogan was like the special guest of honor there. Like they just have like all these like random, like it touches like everything, like just like
yeah.
It's weird, but it's pretty fucking gigantic.
That's funny. Oh my god. I swear. I wonder if a good place to start with us would be like, what was your first Pokemon game?
Oh, sure, yeah.
A good point.
Okay. I can do that.
And I could start with I guess Emerald was the first like Pokemon game I owned. Every other game before that I played by like way of my cousins, but Emerald was the first game I owned. It's very special. Sinnoh has a very special place in my heart because of that.
Sinnoh is Diamond and Pearl. Emerald is Hoenn.
Yeah, Hoenn. Yeah.
Very special place.
I also played a lot of Sinnoh though. I had both the Diamond and Pro. But Hoenn, yeah. Hoenn is I mean, it was one of my favorite. I was most excited that I could catch Rayquaza with Emerald. I was like, and I think I did end up at the end catching Rayquaza.
He's still like one of the coolest Pokemon of all time. Like
Yeah.
Big dragon flying boy.
Oh yeah.
That's also just literally just a dinosaur dragon in the sky. Very sexy.
Yeah, my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Red. I remember really distinctly. I got it from my cousin. They gave it to me because my mom was like, he needs something to do while we drive to Florida because we were going to visit family in Florida. So my cousin gave me Pokemon Red for the Game Boy, and I played that like the entire way down, the entire way time we were in Florida, the entire time back, and then for the rest of my life. Like,
Mom's like, we need a game to keep him busy during the drive, and like at Florida, it's like, oh no, he's still busy. Like,
yeah, that's this guy right here, first Pokemon game.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
oh, my old games.
I also have, I actually have,
later.
I have two of them. I don't know where the second one came from, but I have two copies of the game.
I've played literally every single Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Give or take a couple, like, not knockoffs, but
Like the
side
spin-off
games.
Side games. Stuff.
Yeah.
Pokemon
My first
I love
one
that game.
was. My first one was Yellow, which I played when I was 5 years old, and then from then on, it was every single game. Got like when it was double releases.
Yep,
I got
versions.
both games until like Sun and Moon. I couldn't do that anymore.
Sun and Moon was the one where I stopped doing that too. Well, I bought both of them for Sun and Moon, and then I only played Sun, and I was like, I think I'm done. And then I like sold Moon and never played it. But yeah, I'm with you there, Mark. Like just having played like every single, like all of the spin-offs for like the longest time. Like I played all of them. Like you said, Pokemon Troze. I remember getting that. I remember this was another time we were going to my cousin's house in Long Island, and we stopped at Target on the way there, and I got Pokemon Troze, and I played it the entire time we were at my cousin's house.
Hey, you want to meet your family?
Nah, man, I want to match 4 in a row, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just hear the theme in my head. 4 in a row, you're good to go.
I don't know if you guys remember Pokemon Dash.
I hated
that game.
I fucking hated
that game was so bad.
That one was terrible. I've played very little of that game because I fucking hated it.
What was it on?
It was a DS.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was a Pokemon racing game on the DS where in order to run you had to swipe the stick on the screen and like scratch up your fucking screen. Like it sucked.
Trying to remember. I'm like, what the fuck is that game? And I'm like, oh, now I remember what that.
Yeah, that game was terrible. That was on the worst end of the spectrum of all the many Pokemon spin-offs.
Yeah.
How about you, Ryan?
I guess.
Yeah, what was your first?
How about you?
Yeah, I started late in life with playing a Pokemon game because like growing up, I didn't have a Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Advance, but by that point, like weirdly enough, when I got my Game Boy Advance, I was like, I'm done with Pokemon. I'm never gonna play it. I've grown out of it. I felt like I missed it. Like I feel like I missed the opportunity. So I used to watch like kids in like my like recess whenever we had like activities time just to sit in the floor and just hang out. I would watch my friends play Pokemon every single day, and I was enamored by them watching them play it. So I was like super into it. But I watched mostly the anime growing up. That's my biggest association with Pokemon is really just watching the show and the trading cards. That was also huge for me. But like the video games itself, my first one was actually X and Y, which is like
like way late.
Really, yeah, like. Pretty much that is like a very late game, but I don't know, like when I had my Advance, I was like always debating getting like Emerald and Ruby and Diamond and all these games, and I was like but I feel like I felt like it was like too late, you know.
Hmm.
So I decided not to get them, or I was because my parents told me no, we're not gonna buy you that game, and they would just like tell me no. So I just never had a Pokemon game growing up, which kind of stung. So I didn't starting to get into the Pokemon games until more recent.
Hmm.
Even now, like when Harry said I don't like Sun and Moon, I didn't buy Sun and Moon. I tried Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire
Yeah.
when they re-released that. I thought it was okay, like it was okay, but I gave it to a friend of mine and I never saw it again. I was like, I kind of wanted that back because I never like really got to beat it or like sink my teeth into it.
Hmm.
So I felt kind of bad. But you know, so yeah, no, but yeah, X and Y, I really liked it though. I remember really enjoying it because I actually thought the story was really good. Surprisingly sad, not what I was expecting. It has quite the emotional storyline, and I was not expecting to kind of actually get a little teary-eyed playing a Pokemon game, but there I was sitting in my bed actually like at like 10 in the morning, and I hit this scene and I start like sobbing a little bit. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
I love how X and Y, like, kind of out of nowhere has like this deep lore of like the Pokemon Wars, like hundreds of years ago. Like,
it's so good though. It's really good. I loved it. I thought that was great.
I'll never forget that image of like, because they had like a weird like flip card at the end, which with like the old guy finding his Pokemon again. I'll never forget him like holding up the Pokemon, like all sad and everything at the end.
Oh, fucking hit me.
I wish they like went deeper with like all that stuff in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Call of Duty, Pokemon at War.
Well, no, I mean like just got into the story a little more. Like with that guy, what was his name? AZ. The like Immortal King. like that game got like it started touching on some weird stuff, but it never went like super deep into it. It was a good game though.
It was really good, but the Elite Four was really easy though. I beat them pretty swiftly. It didn't have much.
Those were like the games where Pokemon started getting really, really easy. Where they like kind of started catering more towards like dumb babies. Like, you know.
And now that the silence is over, let's move on to our next topic of discussion, which would be: do we want to talk about maybe because we've been talking about retrospectively things about Pokemon. I wonder if we want to chat about the Pokemon first movie as well.
Yeah,
because we all watched it. Harry, did you?
I'm so glad that I didn't watch it with you guys. Because I was like fucking crying during it. And I'm glad no one was around to see that.
Yeah.
We were watching it together, and we were like chatting through like almost the whole thing, and then we got to like that really sad part, and the whole Discord went silent.
Yeah, we were all super quiet.
Yeah, I was like crying for like the entire third act because I was just like welling up with like nostalgia. And just being like, man, like, I remember when I first watched this movie. Like, fuck, it's been like 20-some years.
Yeah.
Did you watch it on VHS?
I mean, originally I saw it, like, in movie theater and then VHS. I have it on DVD. I watched it on DVD.
Oh, okay. I thought you, like, busted out the VHS tape and you're like, fuck, I haven't touched this bad boy in 20 years.
No,
and
I was
popped it in.
Dude, I was, like, watching it and, like, when the music and shit, I had the CD. Like the soundtrack when I was a little kid, and that was like the only CD I owned, and I would just listen to that on repeat. Like I fucking like hit me like a wall of just like memories of just about that movie. Like fuck, man.
I remember the
the fucking little
music. It came out in the movie, and I was like, I went through a time warp. I like went back in time to like my childhood self. And I was like, fuck, I remember this. I had completely forgotten about like music, like part in the movie. And I was just like, oh, like, ah! as you took me back. And there was so much of the movie I haven't seen this movie in like decades. And I was like, I was just like, I forgot so much about the movie, and so much of it was just coming back to me all at once. And then some stuff I learned too. I didn't know there was a character named Corey. That's awesome.
That was one of the like the other characters, like one of the other trainers that made it to the island.
He was the one with the Venusaur.
Weird.
Stuff you learn with closed captioning on.
Yeah, we had to, I don't think they ever say his name throughout the entire movie, but he's got a name.
Yeah, you know, I've never even thought like what their names are. I know their Pokemon have names. His Venusaur was Frou-Frou. He says that a bunch.
I hate Frou-Frou. It's a bad name. And then the girl has her Blastoise is what?
Shell Shocker.
Shell Shocker.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've named a Blastoise that once or twice.
Fun fact. I tried to name a Blastoise that when I was a little kid, and that name does not fit in the nickname. Like, it's too many characters. It doesn't fit. you can't name, like, you have to like shorten it. But you can't name a Blastoise Shell Shocker in the old games. I don't know if they changed the character limit later on, but in Pokemon like Red, you can't do it.
See, what I want is name characters so long that I could legit make them like horse race names. You know, like just Sunday in the Park with George. Just a really long, stupid horse name. That's what I want.
Name it Ooh Baby a Triple.
Oh Baby a Triple.
Oh Baby a Triple. Season 6, Episode 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I think like out of all the Pokemon movies, I'd say the one that I've seen the most was the first movie. But 2000, I think I watched like at least over 20 times.
Yeah.
Because I used to beg my parents, I think almost every week, hey, Mom, Dad, can I rent Pokemon 2000? They were like, we just rented it. And I'd be like, yeah, I want to watch it again. Like, I was obsessed with Pokemon 2000 for some reason.
I had all
anytime
those movies on VHS.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't let me buy it. But anytime I would be like, okay, I can't get Pokemon the movie 2000. Can I get Pokemon the first movie, though? And they were like... Fine, I guess. And then I would like grab that. So I'd always like go between those two, like actively at the video store. It was like insane. I don't know how I got away with it. And then I convinced my grandparents to do that for a while too.
When the parents couldn't supply, you go to your grandparents.
Yeah, my parents kept saying get something different. Like they caught on that I was just gonna keep doing it, and they were like, no, you're gonna get something different. Like then they stopped me, and then I was like, fine. When Grandma and Grandpa take me to the video store, I'm gonna get it with them, and they actively always did. They just didn't care. They're like, yeah, go ahead.
Damn, Ryan, rubbing it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, no, I love Pokemon the first movie. I love that they use the power of tears to bring back Ash from the dead.
My God.
They have Fox Phoenix healing powers from Harry Potter.
Yeah, the movie teaches you if you cry hard enough, your dead loved ones will come back.
Really good message, guys.
You know, something kind of interesting about the movie too is that the Japanese version is like actually really different. Like
really,
like story and theme wise, you know, like the movie has like actual like anti-racism like allegories in it. Those are completely absent from the Japanese version of the movie.
Oh,
it's like literally just like Mew comes in, and instead of saying like, no, it's like what matters in your hearts and shit, Mew literally just goes like, yo, you're a fucking fake, and I'm gonna beat your ass to prove it. And then like they fight, and like that's like what the story is about. Whereas like in the English version, they're like, fucking, it doesn't matter that we were born different, like we're all Pokemon together. Like
right.
And it has like an actual like morals, like
now that makes sense, because during the movie I remember we were all talking like, what are they getting at, what are they grabbing for here? Because everyone's like, I realize now how horrible Pokemon fighting is. Oh man, like all the fighting, like, and we're sitting there like, that's what Pokemon do. I don't get what you're saying. What are you connecting these dots with?
That's in the original one. It was
it's
the fact that they were like, they weren't like Pokemon fighting, they were just genuinely beating the shit out of each other.
Oh right.
Like the difference between like a martial arts fight and like the shit you see on like World Star like
Bar brawl.
like just brutally beating the shit out of each other.
It's not like a fair fight.
Yeah.
It's just like, or like a tournament setup. It's just them just like, hey, we're just gonna beat the fuck out of each other. They're like, because it was so funny.
Pikachu took it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Pikachu ate some shit.
And that's like in the English version, they go like actually into that. They have like an anti-violence, anti-racism like message. The Japanese version didn't have any of that.
But my favorite part is to make sure that people don't question the whole, oh man, I can't believe they fought each other. I can't believe Pokemon fight each other. It's so horrible. They wipe their memory and they're like, what happened? Oh, I don't know. And then they just move on.
What did they learn? Nothing.
It's so funny, anyways.
And then they're back at like the boat station or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just like, well, we gotta go to that island. Even though that's the island they just came from.
We gotta go, and then everyone's gonna get there and be like, what the fuck, where is everything? Also, we collectively lost 6 hours of time. What happened?
Well, they didn't, because they said the storm cleared up, so they didn't have to go there.
That was weird,
right? Oh no, they had to go there.
Did YouTube like put it back in time?
Yeah, I don't. It's like kind of weird the way the movie ends, because like then at the end it shows Team Rocket on the island and the entire facility is gone, like the building is gone, like it never happened.
And then Christina Aguilera comes in.
Literally, I can't believe.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
Sorry. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I'm glad we watched this when we were kids and have that nostalgia, because otherwise we'd be like, what the fuck is this movie? Like the first act is like an hour long, and then like the last 20 to 30 minutes is just the third act. There's nothing in between. It's like they're not on the island, they're on the island. Okay.
Yeah, we get like a good solid 20 minutes of Mewtwo at the beginning. It's like, here's this big amazing backstory, and then we like don't see him.
You know, it was originally longer.
It was
the Japanese version. They like cut the English version. They cut a bunch of shit out because it got like too dark. It had like a child dies in the beginning in the Japanese version.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's.
I forgot about that.
Well, yeah, it was Mewtwo was only one of the clones. They mentioned in the English version like all the other clones died. In the Japanese version, you see all the other clones die. Like Mewtwo is like in a dream state with a Charmander, a Bulbasaur, and a Squirtle, and a little girl. And the little girl is like the dead daughter of the main scientist, and they're trying to clone her. And she and all the other Pokemon die, but Mewtwo lives, and that's why he gets so angry at them. Like they don't really explain that in the English version. That's why he's like. That's why he's so fucking angry. Is because like everyone he knew died.
Damn. That. They leave a lot out.
Yeah, and they cut all of that out because they were like, children can't handle this.
Yeah.
You know, with the 1 hour, I looked at the timestamp when we finished, and the credits start at like 1 hour 10 minutes. So it's like at least the American version is very short.
Yep.
For like a theatrical release.
Because like it was made by 4Kids, and 4Kids is like super notorious for censorship and
for like cutting
shit out.
everything.
I mean, literally their adaptation of One Piece is a great example of just
gotta go.
And like that's like the only thing that we have to grow up on is just the 4Kids of like Pokemon. But out of all the things, Pokemon is at least the best one that 4Kids had, because regardless of like it's still like better than like fucking.
I wouldn't trade it for fucking anything. I fucking love the English script for like the Pokemon show, and how fucking stupid a lot like fucking my favorite line in the movie was when all the Pokemon start fighting and they're like beating the shit out of each other, and James, Team Rocket, just comes up and he goes, you know, I was prepared for trouble, but I wasn't prepared for this. Like it.
That reminds me of the fucking. They did a Who's That Pokemon bit, right?
Yeah.
Where they're looking at the screen. I don't know if you noticed, Perry, but they're like, "Who's that Pokemon?" And Scyther comes up, and they're both like, "Alakazam!"
There's
and it moves on, and they get the next one right, and they get the third one right, and I just don't know if like they were supposed to get the first Pokemon wrong.
There's another instance in the movie where they call a Pokemon by the wrong name too. Like earlier in the movie, when the one guy has a Pidgeot, he calls it a Pidgeotto. Which actually happens a lot for some reason. Those two Pokemon, I guess they have like almost the same name minus like a letter, but Pidgeot and Pidgeotto get mixed up like a lot. I've noticed in like books and in like the cartoon in the movie. It's very sad. Those poor boys.
Pidgeot. Oh, this movie also reminded me that was it a Starmie is the Pokemon, or is it Staryu?
Starmie. Well, I mean they're like the same guy.
The Misty Staryu.
Yeah.
Has my favorite vocal call out of all Pokemon. Literally just like that's it. Oh, it's so good. I also love the turnaround time from Ash chasing the Pokemon down into the cloning chamber to him walking out back on the field
with like a fucking army.
10 minutes. Yeah. Like takes all of 10 minutes to do it, and Ash is like, "Yo, bitch, I'm back." And they're like, "Didn't you just leave?" Dang. And then they get into the sad bits.
So nostalgic.
Very sad.
Instead of using the Pokemon to attack Mewtwo, Ash tries to punch him.
Yeah.
God,
of course,
Ash
that doesn't go great.
Ash is kind of an idiot. Like he's always.
Yeah, I mean that's that's in character.
I feel like
for him.
that's the meme the whole time is that he doesn't age and he's an idiot. And for a guy that's like, I'm the best Pokemon trainer, it's like he barely wins. He never wins. And if he does, it's like a fluke.
Yeah, he only won. The first time he won was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it took like 20 years.
It's like
not surprising. Considering. I mean, you think that being a good Pokemon trainer, like all other sports and all other like championship titles, you need a lot of the book smarts. You need a lot of like reading into who your opponent is, what you're getting into. I feel like Ash doesn't fulfill that.
Yeah, but Ash is
yeah.
Somehow he's like so stupid he comes back around to being smart.
He's so stupid nobody expects him to be that stupid.
Yeah, like fucking when he fights the Rhydon in like the original series where he's like Rhydon is like immune to electric type attacks, but he's like Pikachu aim for the horn. And he aims for the horn, and somehow it fucking works, and he defeats him.
Oh my god!
Or there's when he fought Brock, because Onyx is also immune to electric type attacks. He had Pikachu like zap the sprinklers, and somehow that killed Onyx.
Oh my god!
Like the water from the sprinklers, because he's weak to water type attacks.
I recently
Pikachu being a surrogate water type Pokemon.
I recently was rewatching the series like a couple of months back, like during quarantine, because I was just sitting around. There was nothing to do, so my roommates were like just started watching Pokemon again. So I just sat down in the living room and watched it with them. And I literally looked at my roommate and said, "Is that even legal?" Like he didn't really like. He used the Pikachu to do a thing to beat Onyx, but it wasn't like a direct attack. Is that even like allowed? And my friend's like, I don't fucking know. This is a kid show, man. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, what are the rules? Is there like a rule book for Pokemon fights? Like, what is allowed? Can you use the environment to your advantage?
I mean, it's a bunch of 10-year-olds trying to beat adults in this glorified card game, so I don't think there are any rules.
I got it. You know what I've always been curious about is if you're like, okay, so Pallet Town. You start at Pallet Town. What's the first gym after Pallet Town? It's the Rock Gym, right?
Pewter City Gym.
Pewter City. And you got your gym leader there, and he's like, he or she, I can't remember, is like,
Brock.
They're the gym leader. Brock's the gym leader. That's right. And he's been like there for however long. And he's got all his Pokemon. And it's like, you got to come beat me. I'm the gym leader. I'm the good guy. I'm like, you gotta get good and beat me. And then, like, he throws out just level 20 Pokemon.
There actually is, like, a canon explanation of that. So the gym leaders use Pokemon in universe. They use stronger or weaker Pokemon depending on how many gym badges you already have. So like
Oh.
when Brock is your first like gym leader that you're fighting, and you don't have any gym badges yet, then he uses like level 10 Onyx. But that's why like you can come back in some of the games. You can come back later and fight him, and he has level 60 Pokemon. Or if you fight him in Gold and Silver, he has like level 60 Pokemon because you already have all the gym badges.
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Learning.
Was Sword and Shield the first time we see like somebody take over as like a new gym leader? Because you had BD take over for Opal.
No, there's been like Koga is replaced by Janine, his daughter, in Gold and Silver after he was the gym leader in, because he was the gym leader in Red and Blue, and then Gold and Silver he got promoted to the Elite Four, and his daughter took over as gym leader of his gym.
That's cool.
Dang,
that's
that
cool.
deep lore. I didn't even think about that.
And they did the
Which
same
game was
thing
it?
in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, when Juan takes over for what's his name, the water type gym leader, the last gym. In Emerald, Juan becomes the gym leader. I think his name was Wallace.
Oh right.
And Wallace because he got promoted to champion.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, that's really neat.
All that fun Pokemon deep lore.
Like the Pokemon War.
Damn, forgetty.
Yeah. I did. I speaking of learning, I did a little bit of learning this week about Nuzlocke runs.
Yeah.
I didn't really know much about them before, and I knew my brother played Nuzlocke runs with his friend, and I learned a little bit about Nuzlocke specifically.
Did you read the Nuzlocke comic?
I didn't. I was like, oh, there's a whole comic, but I didn't.
Fucked.
So for those who are curious, first, Nuzlocke is named after the Nuzlocke comic, which is a fun mix between Nuzleaf and John Locke from Lost.
Yep.
So, which is just so fucking goofy, but I love it. But there's like only 2 rules for a Nuzlocke run, and those 2 rules are you can play like the base Pokemon game, and you self-impose these rules, catching only 1 Pokemon per route, basically, and it's not just catching 1 Pokemon per route, but it's like the first Pokemon you encounter on a route you have to catch, otherwise you've lost your chance to catch a Pokemon, any Pokemon on that route. And then the second being the second being if the Pokemon faints, you have to let it go. If it faints, you can get rid of it like by trading it if you want to keep it, or you can let it go and release it, saying that it has like died, quote unquote. And the goal is to create a stronger relationship between you and your Pokemon, you and your team, because at any moment they could die and leave you forever.
That is the most devastating part of a Nuzlocke.
It is very much so. I didn't know any of these rules. I actually, going into it, I thought the rules of a Nuzlocke run was you catch the first 5 Pokemon you encounter and you fill up, or 6, I think it's 5 or 6, and you fill up your party, and that's it. And then you're done. You go to the
that
Elite
would
Four.
Suck.
Yeah.
Your Pokemon would all, you'd be like getting to the Elite Four with like Pidgeys and Caterpies and shit. Like,
which I guess is why they don't do that. But I was like, but my brother plays on like the True Random, one of the mods.
Oh, like a randomizer.
Yeah, randomizer. So make it more feasible, I guess. But just the concept. Maybe you could make it your own self-imposed rule of catching the first party-filled Pokemon you can, and then like going. But one thing I didn't know is my brother and his friend, I thought they played separate Nuzlocke games and just like on chat together, on call together. But no, it turns out they were playing a version called, I think it's like Soulmate or Partner Soul. I don't know if Khan's watching. He might
Partner
be able
Soul.
to tell me in the comments. But the idea is that when you catch the same Pokemon on the same route, or when you catch Pokemon on the same route, you and whoever you're playing with, those Pokemon are bonded, and if one of them faints, your friend also has to release that Pokemon too.
Colin says it's called Destiny Bond Nuzlocke.
Destiny Bond. Yep. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it. Colin, I love you.
That sounds like intense as fuck.
Yeah, he was telling me about being at the Elite Four with his friend Claire, and Colin and Claire were going through it, and they were like blasting through it. They were doing a great job up until like the last one, where at the very last, I think one of the last battles, one of the last Pokemon in the second to last battle, they lost one, so they both had to like, one Pokemon was out for both of them. They're like, "Nah, we can still do it." And then because like the RGN or something like that, the last trainer they had to battle in the Elite Four had like a really good, I think it was a Graveler or a Groudon. It was a Groudon or something like that, and it was like, "Oh no, we're done for, guys. This is gonna be real hard." And they didn't make it. It was very sad.
Rest in peace, Colin.
Okay, rest in peace, Colin Clare. I knew thee well. Very sad. Groundhog fucking bodied her whole team. Is what he said.
Insert Arms and the Angel by Sarah McLachlan.
You know, this is giving me an idea. We should do Oh Baby Nuzlocke at some point. I feel like that'd be fun.
I would be super down. Oh. I'd be really down with that. Because I've been I got into Nuzlocke runs like about 2 years ago. Like I used to watch like there's a guy I watch online. His name is Linkara. I've been watching him since I was like in high school. But he actually is what got me into Nuzlocke runs because he started streaming Nuzlocke runs. And he's like a huge Pokemon fan, and he's done like Pokemon comics and stuff like that. He's like a comic reviewer, so he like usually talks about comic books, but he did some episodes on Pokemon. Actively talks about how much he loved it, and then he started streaming recent video games, and then he did Nuzlocke runs as his like first go, and I got like instantly hooked. I loved that entire idea, and I was like, damn, that's like for people that are like hardcore, but also like I don't know, it's like a lot of skill that's involved, and I appreciate like the skill that you have to have in order to do it.
That's definitely maybe something we should look into. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Figuring out, I don't know how to download like the ROMs and shit though, but I guess we could figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, too, it feels like real. I think, like if you were to be IRL Pokemon hunting, I feel like I would be like in one route catching a Pokemon and being like, I don't have a ton of these, so I don't want 12 Pokemon here, so I'm gonna go and find others elsewhere.
Yeah, you have to be really picky and choosy of what Pokemon you're gonna and what you're gonna want, and then just like really craft. Like it takes more time to like craft your like your roster, which I really liked. I like that it's like you have to really think about, okay, do I really want this Pokemon?
Well, you have to catch it.
How bad do you want it? So it's like you have to like really pick and choose and think about it, like how beneficial is this going to be in your party roster. Like I think there's that makes it kind of fun, is like figuring out which one is which one are you going to keep and which one are you not going to, which one do you think is like worth your so I feel like you have to strategize a little bit more, so it makes the run really fun to watch.
I used to do those all the time in like high school. I haven't done like a Nuzlocke Pokemon game in like a long time, but I used to do them like a lot in high school. Have you ever done those, Mark?
I've done a few. Not for a long time. I tried to do one in Pokemon X. It did not. I'm not good at Nuzlocke runs.
It's like you have to do like a lot of grinding in it. It's like
if you want, there's a Wonderlock variant. And it's where you and this is all on Bulbapedia. I'm learning mostly through Colin and Bulbapedia, but Wonderlock is on Bulbapedia. And what you do is any Pokemon you catch must immediately be traded through the Wonder Trade.
Oh, in like X and Y's Wonder Trade?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fun idea because you could get like literally anything.
Yeah. And there's like variants where they have to like be the same level, but like it doesn't have to be.
Like trade, you're in like Route 1, you trade like a Pidgey, get like a level 60. Like, like, oh, this is gonna be an easy challenge.
Yeah. Help save some time, maybe. I also learned a little bit about speedrunning, because my brother Colin's really into Pokemon speedrunners. And I was very surprised to learn that like the speedrun records for Pokemon are like a couple hours.
Really?
I was like thinking about all the level grinding, and it turns out for a lot of the first gen, second gen games, there's like a couple like glitch stuff you can get into where you can help your party evolve much faster, level up and evolve much faster. stuff like using the PC and then doing a bunch of things like going to the PC, going to the backpack, pressing start at like a certain time to like help bump up your whole party.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense why it's only like an hour or two.
There's also, and there's a lot of restarting glitches that people do, which is kind of like, I feel like that ate up a lot of the time, is not only what you just said, but also like just literally the people just putting in inputs to restart the game and start it over again and listen to Professor Oak's bullshit over. And it's like, oh my god, like they do it like at least like 7 to like 10 times at least in like one run. So
the OG games were pretty exploitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's really nuts what people like figure out of like how they could fuck with the game. It's like, and I feel that way about most speed runs. It's like I wonder what they're gonna do to like exploit the game. But like Pokemon speed runs are really weird. Like they're really stupid, but they're also really fun. Like they're great. I love them like a lot. I got really into that too, alongside with the Nuzzle. So those are pretty fun to watch. But those are pretty fun little things.
Do we want to talk a little bit about like the future stuff?
I do.
Yes.
Very much.
The Pokemon Direct.
Yeah, because that was like, so this was like after getting like the Nintendo Direct fucking sucked ass, and then we watched the PlayStation one and that one sucked too, and then the Pokemon one was actually fucking awesome, and I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I went in with very low expectations.
Amazing.
So I guess we'll start with Pokemon Snap, which is the first thing they showed.
Oh well,
that was
what about that like music video that they showed?
Oh well, yeah.
That
music video was great.
I thought that was so cool.
It was. Yeah, it was awesome.
Like I loved that they went through like literally everything, like everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the games, all of the like spin-offs, all of the toys, all of the like random like brand, like they did like the Happy Meal toys and shit, like
yeah,
Pikachu step counter.
Yeah, like everything.
Yeah.
They not only did they do the step counter, but they did the hack for it where you could just shake it.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's exploitable.
They even did like the USB for like doing like online stuff with like the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the like mobile phone connecting to your Game Boy and like the teletrading.
Like,
yeah,
so cool.
I kind of loved seeing the evolution of it, like
yeah.
Oh my god, I remember when it was like this, and then like seeing how much has changed over the years, and like how it's something now it's like completely different, and it's so interesting to see like just the years of Pokemon just like in the eyes, and it felt like it felt so good. I don't know, that was such like a satisfying like video to watch.
Yeah, it was like a hard nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like yeah. That was meant for like all of us, like everybody that's in like the nearing like their mid-20s to early 30s. Like that was like a love letter to all of us been like into Pokemon. You were a child.
Everyone who's been around from the beginning.
Yeah. And I thought that was great. I love that they were acknowledging it, and you know, and especially for like their 25th anniversary, I was like, wow, all right, cool. Like, I feel like I wonder what their 50th anniversary is going to look like.
Well, that's a long ways out.
25 more years, I'll be 50.
Yeah, we'll all be like 50-year-old men playing fucking Pokemon.
Proudly.
My teeth are falling out, and I'm like, hey guys, you played a new Pokemon game?
Oh my god, I hope by 50 my teeth aren't falling
out. 50? I'm thinking 60. I don't know.
By then we have like real life Pokemon.
They were our kids.
We're like, hey, Psyduck.
Yeah, I wish I had a real life Psyduck.
You got one right behind you.
Yeah, there he is.
He's not alive though. He's alive.
You don't know that.
He's just standing very still.
Weirdly, going back on Pokemon the first movie, Harry, was your favorite scene when Psyduck was bitch slapping Psyduck?
No, I cried. I cried, Ryan. I can't abide by Psyduck abuse.
Huh?
That was the hardest part of the movie.
I thought it was. But I
And-
like that when they slapped each other, he was like, "Oh wow, what the fuck?" And then they would like wait there, and then he would go, and then it was like, like they would just keep going back and forth, like, "Oh fuck, that hurt." It was great.
But anyway,
sorry.
Pokemon Snap. Let me.
Very neat.
I am more excited for that game than like fucking almost anything else. Pokemon Snap was like, no joke, like my favorite game as a little kid on like the N64.
Mm-hmm.
I have like the strategy guide right here.
Holy
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Oh damn, yeah.
I like
I love it.
I have like all the Pokemon strategy guides, but like this was one of my favorites. That game, I've wanted like a sequel to this game for so fucking long. I can't believe they're actually doing it. Like I have like memories of taking the pictures and getting the shit printed at like Blockbuster and all that. Like
Oh hell
what the
yeah.
fuck, man. And it's like a 2-hour long
Yeah.
game, but like I would play through it over and over and over again.
Yes.
And this one seems like the most beautiful Pokemon game that we've ever seen.
like it actually like it looks
It's very
fucking
nice
good.
looking.
Mhm.
I'm excited as a photographer to like actually make like digital photos with Pokemon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna become a virtual photographer for this game. Just take pictures of Psyduck.
VR photographer.
Honestly, like I'm assuming you could share like your photos and stuff like that with your friends and like
Yeah, I
send
think it
to
has a
them and
share
stuff
Yeah,
feature.
like that. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think
Harry
that
Carey
would.
and the most decorated Psyduck photographer.
So
it's like
what
all I
that
want.
means. What that means is that when we all get Pokemon Snap and we all play it, we have to start sending each other like our photography stuff, and I just want to get nothing but weird fucking Psyduck pics from Harry.
You're just gonna
That's
get a
all I
lot
want-
of fucking
I
like
want.
Psyduck feet pics from me.
Oh my god, dude, do like a Feetpedia, but for Pokemon.
Oh my!
Oh,
all of
shit.
my pictures are just gonna be Pokemon feet.
Oh, fuck.
I can't wait for the goddamn picture of feet, and it's like you get the stamp for like a rare moment.
Like the Professor Oak, like excellent.
Yeah.
When you get like the
This
rare
is going in my
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
it like blew my mind when they like originally announced that like a couple months ago,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
I never actually thought it would happen, but it did.
Yeah, me neither.
We are living in a blessed time. Could you imagine not living in the world when there was a Pokemon Snap sequel? Imagine living like 20 years ago and then dying, not even knowing Pokemon Snap was a thing.
I was depressed from the release of Pokemon Snap up until this past Saturday.
Up until
Yeah,
Pokemon New
me too.
Snap.
Yeah.
I think it's good that they're going back into their old like games and being like, can we actually like make a sequel to this?
They're making like
Maybe
good
that
spin-offs
means-
again.
Yeah.
Maybe that means we'll get a new Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, that would be. I want that so bad because like, there's so much potential with something like that. I know they
Mhm.
said they don't want to do it because the regular Pokemon games are already in 3D, and that was like the
Mhm.
draw of those games. But like, you could do something like the Pokemon Showdown, where you can just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
customize.
Yeah.
Like, if there's no adventure portion, you're just like
Mhm.
fully customizable teams, and it's like all just competitive online. Like that
Yeah.
would be so fucking cool.
And
Yeah.
but they've got like Pokken Tournament.
Well, that's
Which
a
is,
fighting
like,
game.
Yeah, that's like a fighting game, but like I
And-
guess like Stadium would be like just like, the typical brawler, like not like a brawler, like it's like a,
Turn-based.
turn-based RPG, but like I don't know, like I feel like you could still do it. I don't know why they would be like, oh no, we have to like do something completely different from what the series is. It's like, yeah, that is different from the series, like in its own right. Like
They-
Stadium has always stood out as like its thing, or in Coliseum as well.
Mhm.
Like those two games were like extremely like influential too, and people loved it. Why the fuck wouldn't they bring it back? Like I
They
mean,
had they had Battle Revolution on the Wii, but I feel like that was like it wasn't quite there.
Battle Revolution was like a
Stadium.
step down, I thought.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you like
Yeah.
had to import everything. There was like a couple of like rental teams,
Oh.
but you couldn't use like every Pokemon.
To rent
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, like it didn't have like the whole like in Stadium you could pick anything.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have
Yeah.
that. You had to import all your Pokemon. And I mean it was cool to do that. We did that. Me and my friends did that a lot. We would just import like our Diamond Pearl teams and just play each other on that.
Yeah.
It was just so cool to see them on the TV fighting each other.
Yeah, my buddy, I remember the night he bought that game on the Wii and was really excited. He invited me over to play it with him, and we started playing it, and he looked at me, he's like, Ryan, this game's kind of shit. And I was like, I'm like, is it? He's like, yeah, I don't really like this. He's like, I jailbroke my Wii. You want to just play Pokemon Coliseum? And I'm like, okay. So he found a way to hack his fucking Wii, get Pokemon Coliseum onto his Wii, and then we played that instead all night, and that was way better.
Hell yeah.
Coliseum's a great game.
I have a lot of very deep nostalgia for it. I used to get Nickelodeon magazines.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, I
man.
forgot about Pokemon XD.
I forgot about that too.
It's the good shit. Exclusive.
Mm.
No wonder they're all.
I used to get Nickelodeon magazines, and my favorite was to look at the Pokemon Coliseum ad because it was a giant poster for Pokemon Coliseum, and I was like, I want this game so bad. But my mom wouldn't let me have a game because she didn't like me having. I wasn't allowed to have nice things.
Damn, that's fucked up. Ryan's mom
Yeah.
doesn't like nice things. This is canon now.
I wasn't allowed to have video games until like my junior year of high school. Yeah, junior year.
Dang.
Yeah, so like 2011. Yeah, about 2011 is when I got my first console. It was the Xbox 360.
Hell yeah.
That was it. I wasn't allowed to play video games though. My mom said it would make me a bad student. But all I wanted to do was just do some animal fighting. I don't see what the problem is.
PETA comes crashing your door down.
What the fuck? Oh, fucking. Yeah, no. It's ridiculous. Oh, the fucking whole thing with PETA and Pokemon is disgusting, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It makes me actively like mad.
It's so funny.
Yeah. Going back to Pokemon Snap, you know what my favorite bit about that whole thing was? Fucking like Professor whatever made a thing and you throw it and like it glows.
Yeah, like a glowing Pokemon.
Cool.
It's like that's a feature that I feel like really just doesn't need to be there. Like I don't
It's like with fire type Pokemon, it makes their flames blue, and it's like the Pokemon are just confused, like, what the fuck is going on?
You know what I think that was? I think that was like, look, guys, we're coding. Like, we can make it blue. Like, look.
It's like a weird addition. Like I don't get it, but sure, fuck it, whatever. New Pokemon Snap, you know. I'll take weird blue fire.
Yeah.
I saw it. My first thing was like thinking about like the breeding the fish so that they glow in the dark, and like thinking like, is this good for the Pokemon? Like throwing at like a baby Pokemon, being like, yeah, glow, bitch.
That's better than like every Pokemon game with like the Safari Zone where you can just throw at them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Taunt them, throw berries. Come on. And like chuck a Pokeball at him. Or you could run if you're scared.
Yeah.
What was
Always
after
scared.
Pokemon Snap?
That was Diamond and Pearl, I think.
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl, cute chibis.
Yeah, I had when they first showed it, I was like kind of mixed, cause like I don't love the art style, but I really like that I like a lot of things about it. I really like that it's a very traditional looking Pokemon game, like the top down. Like I like all that. So I because the last few Pokemon games have been kind of like, not amazing.
Yeah.
But I like that this one is kind of more of a return to form. So it's kind of I like that we can have a more traditional Pokemon game and a non-traditional Pokemon game, and they can kind of I hope they do that going forward, so they can appease like both sides of the fan base.
And I read the website page for this game, and it says it's like a faithful adaptation for the story, but they're also adding like a bunch of new features and stuff too that they haven't mentioned yet.
Cool. I'm into that. I hope it has like all like the modern like Pokemon like online stuff. I'm sure it'll have.
Yeah.
Although,
I'm super excited for Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. I remember specifically being in was it middle school or high school when they came out? I think I might have been early high school or something.
That would have been
Middle school,
That would have been middle
probably.
school. That came out a long time ago.
Was it? Okay. Probably. But I remember being like, my aunt was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Oh, there's the new Pokemon Diamond and Pro games. I was like hoping for. That would be great." So she's like, "Okay," and she like sends it to me and calls me. She's like, "I didn't know which one you want, so I got you both." I was like, "Oh, okay, great, cool, awesome." So I like play through both, and my brothers had DSs, so I would be able to trade like the starters and like be able to like soup up my characters. And it was the last Pokemon game I played like sequentially, because I played like Red, I played Gold, Silver, I played Sapphire, and then I played Diamond and Pearl. And after that, I really didn't keep up with the series, but it was like the last really good Pokemon game sequentially I had. And like, of course, I bought Sun and Moon eventually, or I bought Moon, didn't buy Sun. Played through that a little bit. I bought or no, my roommate bought Sword, and I've been playing Sword. But it's like it was one of the last like great childhood memories of playing Pokemon that I have, and I really love those games. I love the cave. I love making your little fort, your little like secret hideout base. There's a lot of good things in that game.
I'm so excited for the remakes.
Yeah.
Be excited.
And I'm really excited that it's like a different developer. This is the first time they've ever done that.
I looked into what they did. They did like Yakuza 0. They did Nier Automata.
Yeah,
they
like
did
did they handle like the ports for them or something?
I think so. I think.
I know they said they worked on Pokemon Home.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So I'm like really excited about all that because I like the idea of Pokemon comes out like every single year at this point. But I like the idea of Game Freak not having to make the game every single year themselves. Because I feel like that's led to like lowering like returns each year. So like giving them a couple of years in between each game by having other studios do like the remakes or whatever. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Or, just I don't know, do something different. Like, I mean, even if they like are like, hey, we're gonna have like this other, other developer do something Pokemon related, but do something different and out of the box and stuff like that. That's kind of like what I really want to see. Like, I want to see more out of the box.
Yeah,
something
I mean, that's our next
standard,
one.
which is, that one.
Yeah.
When we get to that one is what I'm the most excited for, if anything, out of all the things on Nintendo Direct. That was like not Nintendo, Pokemon Direct. That's what I was like the most excited for.
Oh yeah.
But I would definitely say what's great about, at least with Diamond and Pearl being re-released, is for people like myself, I never got to play that. It gives me the opportunity to finally get to play it, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So I'll probably like try to pick it up when I finish Sword and Shield. Like when I finish playing through that, and I'm like, okay, I've got my fill of that, and I want to do another Pokemon game. I probably would pick up Diamond and Pearl.
Hell yeah.
So I probably do Diamond.
I'm probably gonna get Pearl. Because I know that was the one I got first.
I think I played Diamond.
Me too.
Even though I had both, Pearl was my auxiliary one.
Unless I'm a Hoenn, I get both. Hey.
I mean...
Unless I'm a Hoenn, I get both.
Do you think that there'll be $60?
Oh yeah,
because I don't think
they're $60 games. Absolutely.
Really?
Even though Diamond and Pearl, like the originals, were like $40 on release.
They're gonna be $60. There's zero doubt in my mind. Like they're not releasing a Pokemon game on the Switch for less than $60.
That's
fair.
Yeah, no chance.
It's a pain in the ass though, because like I know like Omega Ruby and Sapphire was like $40.
Yeah, but those were 3DS games.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, with the Switch, it is technically their console game, but it's also like a handheld game too. So, I guess I feel like they should make it $40 just for the sake of it is a rematch. It's just a remake of an older game.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
But
that's not happening. I would not hold my breath.
I could dream,
Yeah, like they just announced the new Zelda game, the Skyward Sword HD. That's $60, and that was a $50 Wii game. Like that's
Yeah, I'm totally gonna pick up.
they're not gonna make the Switch game cheaper just because it's a remake of an older game. Like
That's fair.
Yeah, Nintendo.
the Mario
Nintendo's
3D
very
All Stars
loyal.
collection was $60. Like
Yeah, that was. It's kind of crazy to think about that Nintendo is like, yeah, no, we're gonna just keep making games, even though they're older games. We're just gonna re-release them for full price $60.
I mean, that's just like how it kind of works.
Yeah.
When they do like remasters or remakes or whatever, they're not gonna they're gonna charge a premium for it. It's not like they like with Diamond and Pearl, they had to remake the whole game. Like it's not like they could just press a button and port it, you know. So they're gonna unfortunately it's gonna cost money to buy it.
Yeah.
So you tell me there's not a converter you can download?
Yeah, just like 3D filter,
HD
just
converter?
put that on.
.nds to
It's actually just an up-res version of the DS game.
They used AI to make the pixels. They used AI to smooth it out. That's why it looks 3D. It's actually not.
Could you imagine? Yo, I would honestly kill for like a new Pokemon game that was just like really fucking good pixel art. Like I'd be really fucking down for that.
Yeah. That'd be great.
I would love a fucking like I don't even know what to place it on, but like yeah, maybe just a new gen Pokemon game where they're like, we're going back to pixel art, boys, and this time we've got the world-class pixel art animators, and because you can do a lot with just pixels.
And I feel like
imagine like just what would you call it? The tracing, rotoscope, like someone throwing a Pokeball, just that good pixel art at the beginning.
I'd honestly, I'd be very, very down for that.
Yeah.
If they released it as like a, they did like another remake or something, or like they probably wouldn't do it for like a new game.
Nah.
But I'd be really into that.
Yeah.
They could do it for Gen 5 remakes.
Yo, Gen 5 remakes I'd be down for. Because those games had good, like really good pixel art already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Some of the best music I've heard.
Oh yeah, dude.
Good music.
Fucking...
Black and White had some great tunes too.
Black and White is like probably maybe my favorite. It's hard because like I also have like the hard nostalgia for like Gen 1 and 2. So
yeah.
I don't know if I could ever actually rank anything above that. Like even if like I know it's better. Like
I was listening to a bunch of Pokemon music last night just to like try and figure out which one was like the best or which one I liked the most. The Drift Vale City music from Black and White is like iconic. Is the best. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire music came on. It is so bad. Like Wally's music.
The horns and shit.
They really overuse the horns, and then they make like Wally's music like weird rock. It's really bad.
That's Gen 3 music.
Yeah.
A few days ago, Mark and I were going over like music from Pokemon games, and my favorite music still from like the Pokemon games are like the Mystery Dungeon games.
I got some great tunes. Those games.
Specifically, what was it? The Skyward. What is it? The one.
Explorers of Sky.
Explorers of Sky. The like opening theme for that one like hits. For me, it like hits me, and I'm like, it sounds like adventurous and like so good. And a lot of just the Mystery Dungeon games just have great music all around.
I want to get the remake they did for the Switch. I never played that.
What is Mystery Dungeon really supposed to be like? Because like I kind of somewhat know.
Scarves.
Yeah, you do.
What?
He wears scarves. He plays a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a dungeon crawler game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was like a dungeon crawler, but I was like, I always like was like, wait, so do you like I thought like you played as a person that was like going through the dungeons, and the dungeons are filled with Pokemon, and you have to like
punch them.
Fight the Pokemon with your Pokemon.
There was a Pokemon game where you play as a ranger.
Yeah, it's Pokemon Ranger.
Pokemon Ranger.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's for the DS. Need to circle the Pokemon really fast.
Yeah.
I love that game
I love
so
that game.
much.
yeah.
That like the DS era was like the prime for like Pokemon spin-off games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that all that shit was so good.
And now
I
we've
wanna
got
do,
like
Return
Po-
to Monkey for Switch.
Now we have Pokemon Cafe.
and like Pokemon
Yeah.
Unite, Pokemon Sleep.
Like a million like phone games. They're all kind of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I kind of want to play Pokemon Cafe though.
I played Pokemon Cafe, so
Did you?
yeah,
Do you
I
love
played
it?
It's fine. It's super average. Like it's a time waster, but it's like stupid easy.
It
It's
didn't
like
look like there was anything to it. Like you just mix them until
Yep.
they match each other. Like
Yep.
it kind of just plays itself.
Pretty much. Yep. Pretty much. It's like I said, it's a great game if you really want to waste your time. It's like near impossible to fail. It's
probably
one of those kind of
a good game for a child, which is probably who it's made for.
yes.
You know what it sounds like?
it's
It
definitely-
sounds like if the mini game from Diamond and Pro where you create the
Oh, the
treats
little
for
poffin
Pokemon.
mixer.
Yeah.
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 But
Like-
instead, it's a whole fleshed out phone game.
Yeah. It's like my roommate influenced me to try it because she's like, "Oh, I've been playing it. It's really fun. You should check it out." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "This is really easy. Am I like, am I just like too big brain energy for this? Or
Am I
is
too
this really
smart?
stupid?" But then I realized that this game is just fucking easy. It is for babies, and like, I don't think there's any way to lose. Like, I feel like there's just no way to lose it. It's like almost near
Sounds about right.
impossible.
I'm just
It's
picturing
like
all
every
like,
Pokemon game nowadays.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of brain dead.
It's kind of a waste. It's a waste of time. Like, honestly, like it's fun for the cute aesthetic, but other than that, there's
Mhm.
nothing
Cutest
to
aesthetic
it.
of
It's
Pokemon is
kinda
cool,
boring.
though.
yeah, but it can only take it so far where it carries the store, like the whole thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
I tried Pokemon Masters EX, which is like a phone game.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah, that's the trainers one.
It's definitely like I think the best phone
Yeah.
game for Pokemon, but it's like you might as well just buy a Pokemon game. Like it's all turn-based. It's
That one is
just
like
get a regular one.
really cool, like aesthetic wise. The gameplay is like
Yeah.
like just a kind of worse version of like a normal Pokemon game, like you said.
hmm
But like the gacha aspects and all like the trainers, like that shit's actually I actually really like that.
Yeah,
like
it's one
collecting
of the
all the
better
different
gacha
trainers.
games that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get too late, I think we should touch on the last
Pokemon
thing in
Legends?
the Pokemon presentation.
No, we
Yeah.
can skip it.
Yeah, you're right.
Who needs it?
Thanks everybody for watching No Baby Triple. We appreciate your time.
nobody cares.
But yeah, I think the last thing we should talk about is definitely Pokemon Legends.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That game looks
So
so
excited.
fucking
I'm-
cool.
hmm
I can't shake my desk hard enough. Anyone who knows me know Breath of the Wild is very special to me. And this is basically what every Pokemon player has been asking for since Breath of the Wild has been released.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm pointing to Breath of the Wild. Now I got a Pokemon Breath of the Wild, and I'm fucking so stoked for it.
Dude, it looks
I
so
remember
cool.
when Sword and Shield dropped, and everyone was like, "This has to be like an open world game. It's gonna be fucking crazy." And then we got it. It was just like a normal Pokemon game, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? Where is this open world game?" And then they dropped this shit on us, and it was like, I feel like everyone like blew up.
Like,
But it was
Yeah.
like,
obviously we've only seen like, you know, the tiniest bit of it.
Yeah,
But it really
True.
it really does feel like they actually listened to what everyone's been saying since like Sword and
Yeah.
Shield came out, where everyone was just
Yeah.
like, this isn't what we wanted, and now they're like, all right, here you go. Like,
yeah,
and,
And
I
the
can't
really-
wait.
it's just like you've been good so far. Like you guys have been good. We'll give you a cookie.
An interesting thing is like because they gave Diamond and Pearl remakes to a different studio, they've had 3 years to work on this.
yeah.
yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
This is very
And it still doesn't come out until 2022, so there's still
Yeah.
like probably a year and a half out, because it probably wouldn't come out till like the
Mhm.
end of 2022.
I think
Yeah.
after this episode I'm gonna sleep for the next year. And then you got Pokemon Legends comes out.
Oh my god. I don't blame you.
I like that it's exploring like the like deep lore. Like maybe we'll get some Pokemon War.
Yes. Anything high fantasy is like my cup of tea.
Yeah, I love that it's like feudal Japan Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks cool
so
as fuck.
love.
And like they haven't like shown anything, so it's like everything is just open to the imagination.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
And
Among Us Pokemon Legends confirmed.
yeah.
The fucking Pokeball, you turn it upside down.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that they have a long way to go still, because even in the trailer you can notice there were some like graphical hitches.
It was very rough looking.
There were still bugs.
Yeah.
Frame rate drops.
But like the skybox looked amazing. It looked like exactly what you see, and then the fact that you could like look up and just like look over everything. It's given. I like the scope that they showed us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still love what they're going for, and that it's something different, and it feels really earned. And I'm like, fuck, I know people have been wanting this forever, and I feel like I wanted that for the new Pokemon game. I wanted that with Sword and Shield as well, because I was like, I'll actually get it if it does that. And I didn't end up getting it until just yesterday. Literally last night I decided to buy it, but I kind of am excited to see if this does super well, and if this is a great game. Is this going to become the new standard for Pokemon? Is what's going to be the future of Pokemon after this game? Like, that's what I'm the most excited about, is to see where the franchise will end up going post Legend. And especially if this is like super successful and everyone's like, I want this, make this, and keep going with this. I think sky's the limit then. You know?
I think we're kind of seeing like the steps, because we had Sword and Shield, which had like the wild area, which was like very free roam overworld Pokemon. Then we had Isle of Armor, which was more free roam than the base game. You see your Pokemon in the overworld too. Then you had Crown Tundra, which
really took advantage of the open world.
Oh yeah. And now we're seeing like legit open world, like you capture the Pokemon in the over.
Yeah, the like seamless battles, like it doesn't transition to like a battle screen thing. That I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I think it adds like this like layer of excitement to the game.
I like the point someone pointed out on Twitter, like dodge rolling means the Pokemon can't attack.
I'm excited to see how the dodge roll is going to come into play.
I'm like really excited for how they're going to incorporate battling, because it's not a Pokemon game unless there's battling.
Yeah.
Like, will we see like the first trainer battle in Sinnoh, or will it just be like you just battle wild Pokemon?
Yeah, it's like it's definitely interesting that they're like, yeah, this is before Pokemon trainers were a thing. It's like I can't imagine them doing a whole game without battling anybody, you know, like not having like any trainer battles. It's like almost the opposite problem that people had with Pokemon Let's Go, where you only battled trainers and you didn't battle any wild Pokemon.
See, they took what they learned from Pokemon Go and were like, oh, okay, they hate trainer battles. We can fix it.
So it'll be interesting to see. I hope that, you know, they end up having battles and stuff, because it'd be kind of weird without it.
Yeah.
Mark and I were theorizing in chat. We were talking about maybe like there's a discovery that there's a bunch of other trainers in the world just like you, and like it's the beginning, and you can start like battling other people.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Maybe we start to see like the first gym that opens up or something like that. Like we see the world evolve.
It'd be cool if it was like the story of like how all of that came to be. Like how how Pokemon trainers became a thing, how that became like the cornerstone of their entire culture. Like
the patch on like the character's shoulder is like the Team Galactic logo.
Yeah, I saw that.
But like very basic. Yeah.
Maybe
I don't
like
know. Maybe
ancient Team Galactic.
You play as Cyrus,
and then you battle someone who's like. I'm trying to build a joke in my mind, because I'm thinking about feudal times, and like I was thinking about Team Rocket, but I'm like Rockets didn't exist. So like, how did they start?
Ancient Team
Fist
Rocket.
of the North Star.
Team Aqua.
I want like a Pokemon like to walk up to me and be like, "Oh, Mariru Shinderu." Just, like, fucking backhand me across like the map. I really
Why you
want
dodge roll?
like
That's why you dodge roll.
That's why you
Yeah,
dodge
that's
roll,
why the dodge roll's there. Yeah.
I'm also like so excited because like we see because the problem in like the base games is like when a Pokemon attacks, it like attacks the air, like it's whatever.
Oh, they
But
like
we
actually
see,
like rush towards each other.
Yeah, like I think we
Yeah.
saw like a Garchomp close combat or a Machamp close combat or something. Like it looks awesome.
I do hope it looks a little better in the final game though,
Yeah.
because they just kind of like
Yeah.
slid towards each other.
Yeah.
The game, the concept is like fucking stellar. The game looked very early, like early development,
Yeah.
like what they showed. I do hope it
Yeah.
like looks a little better. 'Cause,
They
like,
still got about a year.
Yeah. I mean, they have plenty of time. I'm sure this isn't the final product.
Mhm.
But like there were like
Which
scenes where like Pokemon in the overworld were like moving at like 5 frames per second, like literally like
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
actual like slideshow. Like it didn't look great.
Yeah. But I guess it's just to get the idea out there saying, hey guys, we actually are making an open world game. Here's something to show. Here's something to be like, hey, this is what we are in production.
It seemed
But
a
it's
lot
like-
more like a proof of concept than an actual like, you know, it's not the finished game.
Because now that they've shown it to the public, now it's like it has to come out now. So now it's like now the public knows about it and the hype is there now. So
Oh,
we
yeah,
only
it is.
did get like a small number of like landscape visuals.
Yeah.
We got like here's the town and like also here's a cliff, and then like that's about it.
Yeah.
There was like all the ground looked the same, all the foliage looked the same.
They were definitely
So,
showing just like one
probably
area and just kind of like
Like don't look this way, just
Yeah.
like look right here. Like don't stop. That's what we finished.
I'm excited to see like what ancient versions of like the iconic locations are, like Mount Coronet. What does
Yeah.
that look like? Ancient.
I'm very excited for all that shit. Oh, it'd be cool if they went to if you go to like the Regigigas, like ruins all the way up north,
Ooh.
Ooh,
hmm
like all of that.
Yeah.
All that
maybe
shit.
they're not so ruined.
Yeah, like that'd be so cool. I want to see like
Yeah.
I hope they have like stuff tying it to modern day Diamond Pearl, like character wise. Like you know how like the characters you play as look like the characters from Diamond Pearl. It'd be cool if they had like the ancient versions of like the gym leaders and shit.
That'd
Like
be
have like Cynthia's great grandma or some shit.
Dressed exactly like Cynthia.
She's just like her. She's just dressed just like her, but like ye olden times. Like I think that shit would be really cool.
Mhm.
yeah.
And I like that the starters are like mixed up from different games.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought that's a really cool idea.
I saw someone point this out on Reddit that like you have Rowlet who evolves into you have Oshawott who evolves into Samurai, and you have
Typhlosion.
you have Typhlosion who I think they talked about this in the post. It kind of it's meant to resemble like a Shogun.
Oh really?
I think so, if I'm remembering the post correctly.
That's pretty cool. So they're all like
Yeah.
feudal Japan themed. That's actually really
That's
cool.
actually really awesome.
I hadn't even thought of that at all. Besides, like I guess
Yeah.
I know
Samurai
it.
being a being a samurai because that was obvious.
I'm def picking Cyndaquil though.
Dude,
Yeah, me
it's
too.
like honestly a really hard choice for me because I really like all three of those starter Pokemon. I
remember
got Typhlosion right here. He's a good boy. It used to talk.
Beautiful.
I remember
It doesn't talk anymore.
oh that draw is creepy. I remember playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon for the first time, like when it first came out. And they do like a little questionnaire at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like how do you feel? And like are you one to like look over your shoulder? And I did all the questions and I remember sitting there and it's like you're Cyndaquil and I went and I was like I love it. I love him. I want him. And now it's been a struggle every other Mystery Dungeon game to like
to recapture that.
try to get like where I have to like Google like how questions to answer to get Cyndaquil, and like they're like, there we go, I'm Cyndaquil, because I just refuse to play any other Pokemon at that point. So yeah, I definitely start with Cyndaquil with Legends.
It was like it's a really solid choice of the 3 Pokemon that they picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love all of them. All the starters have been great, honestly. I don't think I've had 3 starters for a generation that I haven't liked.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been like a bad starter Pokemon. Like at any point. Really.
Mudkip's literally a meme, which is great. Yeah, no.
I've never been a fan of like Delphox and Fennekin.
Oh, really? I thought they were really cool. I like those starters because they all had like cool, like weird concepts behind them. Like I like that Delphox was like a witch, and Chestnut was like a knight, and Greninja was a ninja.
Yeah.
Like I like those guys because I thought it was like a cool, like unified design, concept.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
I
stuff.
can't think of any bad ones.
No.
Maybe what's its face? The sea lion from Gen 7. Seal.
Oh yeah. Snow cone.
Poplio.
Poplio.
I love Poplio.
I like Poplio. I feel like his evolutions are really weird looking.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't love them.
Poplio turns into like a sexy mermaid
Yeah.
thing. You're like,
I like Poplio himself though. He's little Poplio's cool.
He's cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I look him up, and the first image that pops up is a fucking clickbait video where it's like the red caution sign through it. It says, "Everyone hates Poplio."
No, Poplio, no.
It's the top in images of Poplio Pokemon on Google. Why everyone hates Poplio from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Poor guy. Poor little Poplio.
Goddamn.
Trying his best.
I'm just like, oh, what's he look like? And it's just like everyone hates him, and I'm like, okay.
Poplio didn't ask for this. He just appeared. He's just there. He didn't want this.
By the way, on Shield, yeah, I'm playing Shield. I decided to go with the Crybaby as my starter.
Nice. Sobble's very good.
Yeah.
I wanted to try like because I usually pick fire type, but I decided to go with a water type this time because I was like, I don't really like. I don't know why. I just grass type always just.
You don't like
it? Doesn't.
You didn't like Grookey? I love Grookey.
Like Rico?
Grookey's awesome.
No, when the main when the one dude in the first town like when you're with like your friend and you get your starter Pokemon in Sword and Shield, and the one dude with like the cape. He like squared up to the fucking grass type, and then my roommate was like behind me. He's like, "Holy shit, it's so small!" Like the freaking out. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, he's really fucking cute. Goddamn, I kind of wished I took him, but
I love.
There's something about grass type Pokemon I'm too scared to because I feel like they're easy to beat. Like
they are.
Yeah.
They have I feel like grass type are pretty. Yeah, like fire and water, a little bit like. I feel like are kind of like dependent.
More well-rounded.
Like fire,
types.
I felt like, yeah. Grass type, I felt like it's like, I feel like anything beat a grass type. I don't know. It feels like that. I don't know. So I was like looking at it at a strategic value of, all right, which one's gonna be the harder one to beat? But I decided to go. I was like, I'm all water types.
So, here's a question for everybody. For the Diamond and Pearl remakes and for Legends, what starter are you going with? Like who are you gonna pick for each of those games?
Legends I've already said, obviously Cyndaquil. For Diamond and Pearl, I think what are the 3 starters again? All 3 of them?
Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup.
Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. I think I might go Piplup.
I'll probably go Chimchar.
And what about for Legends?
Rowlet.
Rowlet. All right.
Rowlet's a cutie. I love Rowlet.
What about you, Ryan?
I don't know. I don't.
Look him up.
Look him up.
You watched the commercial.
For wait, is it in the commercial? What
Yeah, they
your
were all
starters
they
are?
were all in the trailer.
Where were they?
I don't know, they showed them at some point.
You would have seen. You would have seen.
I swear, I just saw them like hanging out with Pokemon in like a field, just capturing random ones.
Yeah, they did
Oh,
like a
okay.
whole thing where they showed them. They're all sitting together.
Okay, so there's Cyndaquil. What's the one in the pink peach looking one?
Rowlet.
Oh no, that's Cyndaquil. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's you said Cyndaquil.
Rowlet is
and
the
what's the-
bird, and what was the other guy? And Oshawott is the little otter.
He's an otter.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be an otter. He
Yeah.
does not look like one. Like, no shade against him. Like fuck, he looks. He does not look like an otter. Otters are like my favorite animals. So
Damn, Ryan's roasting Oshawott.
sorry. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the design
This
of
poor dopey little boy.
Damn.
It's
Look at him.
this
Got
is a
seashells.
tough choice because I really love. I'm like kind of with Corey. I love Cyndaquil. Like I've always liked Cyndaquil as like a character design, and I'm also like kind of like a heathen for like fire type because I love fire types. But why would I be a heathen? Don't mind my
You're
use of
heathen
grammar.
for not knowing that.
You're a
Oshawott.
heat thin
You're
for fire type.
I'm gonna be honest. I know I just kind of just threw some shade at like grass type Pokemon, but like I might start with middle boy here, Ocelot. What is
Oshawott.
Oshawott.
Right, he's got a little shell on his chest,
Yeah.
like otters.
And he
do,
takes
then
his
they take
he takes it off and he uses it as a sword.
Yeah.
All right, he's my starter. He's gonna be my starter.
I'm pretty sure for Moon Rowlet was my starter. I just love his design.
Rowlet's a little cutie boy.
He's got a little fucking leaf
Yeah.
on the time.
And then I looked up the starter Pokemons for Diamond. I really like the bird boy. The blue
Piplup.
bird
Piplup.
boy. Yeah, I
Piplup's
like
really
him.
cute.
Piplup's a good
And I
choice.
I want him to be my starter, even though I like Fire Monkey. And
Return to
and I
Monkey.
also like a weird plant turtle man. I like
Turtwig.
I like a Pango boy.
Nice.
So
think-
that'll be my starters for those games when I.
Hell yeah. I think I would go with. It's tough for Gen 4 because I really like Chimchar and Piplup. I think I would maybe choose Chimchar over Piplup. Maybe.
Okay, you said it. You have to. Now you have to. No going
He's
back.
He's locked in. And for Legends, I would probably pick Oshawott as my starter.
Oh wow! So I think that's kind of a round, except for Corey over there getting Cyndaquil. He's the only one that's like, I'm gonna get Cyndaquil, and we're all like,
Cyndaquil is bae. Cyndaquil is best.
Cyndaquil would be my second for that one because I have a very deep fondness for Gold and Silver.
I just gotta say Rowlet because Decidueye is ghost type, and I love ghost types.
Yeah, Decidueye is cool as fuck. Grass Ghost is like such a cool typing. Are there other grass ghost types? Is that a thing?
There's the anchor Pokemon. I forget the name of it.
He's grass and ghost type?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. What is his name?
It's a weird name, like one that doesn't really fit.
I know what it is. Oh, they're saying there's actually a bunch. Colin and Alex are saying Trevenant, Phantump, and Gorgeist are all also grass and ghost types. So there's actually a lot of them, I guess. I forgot about those guys from X and Y.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Colin will spit out any Pokemon fact.
It's such a cool typing.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, but speaking of Colin's, my brother Colin and I actually share.
Oh,
a fondness
Delmise.
for Cyndaquil.
That's
Delmise.
Colin just said it. It's Delmise is the anchor Pokemon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you, Colin.
Colin and I share a favorite Pokemon, which is Cyndaquil,
Nice.
which is very nice.
Oh, that's a good question for everybody. What's your favorite Pokemon? I feel like that's something that we should
Cyndaquil.
at least say by the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, Corey likes Cyndaquil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never knew.
A little bit.
I would have never.
I thought Corey was a big fan of Lickitung.
He does look like a big Lickitung guy.
How did that
I do
tongue
look
go,
like- I feel
baby?
like a tongue guy. But yeah, you guys know mine. What's yours?
Yeah, what's everyone's?
I'm obligated to say Machamp because he's like
You're
my guy in the UPF,
contractually obligated.
but my favorite 100% is Gengar.
Gengar's-
100%.
Gengar's
Oh, yeah,
like
he's
the
a
OG,
great
Hmm.
He's
real
very cool.
classic. What about you, Ryan?
I've always been really into the fucking. What the hell is it? It's like. Sorry, I'm like kind of like I really like. I've always loved Eevee. Eevee's really cute. So I always go based on what's the cutest looking Pokemon. So
Eevee's classic.
I've always liked Eevee. I feel like a second like favorite would also be, it would probably be. I think I'm gonna go with like Pidgeotto.
Pidgeotto's
Pidgeot.
cool.
I love
Yeah.
Pidgeotto.
You know,
He's always just a fave.
I just found
I like
out his Japanese name today, and it's beautiful.
What's
What
his
is it?
Japanese name?
Pidgeotto's Japanese name is literally just the word pigeon. Like not the Japanese, not the Japanese word for pigeon. It is English, the word pigeon. That's his name.
Amazing. That's so good.
That's funny.
He's great
Yeah.
though. He's a classic.
Yeah. I hate to say it, I only really know Gen 1. Don't really know much about.
That's fine. Gen 1 lives on
Newer
in
stuff.
Mark 2 with
Mhm.
Gengar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gengar and Machamp. Mark doesn't know any Pokemon after Gen 1.
None. I only played Gen 1.
Did you want me to-
He's actually been
I-
faking it the entire time.
What's Pokemon?
I could have said like a meme answer like, "Oh, I like the ice cream cone Pokemon." Like, I will never forget Dan College used to play got Pokemon cards, and he got the ones with the ice cream, and he would beat everybody in Pokemon with those cards. Because my one buddy, like my roommate in college, Colin, he would always be like, "I'm gonna square up against Dan in Pokemon." And I'm like, "Okay, and you're gonna get your ass beat." He's like, "No, I won't." And then Dan went to fucking Target and bought like this set that's like been banned at tournaments, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass with this thing because it's like super not legal to play this." So he bought it just to kick his ass over and over again.
Damn.
And then there was a point where he says, like my friend got mad that he kept losing to that deck, so he's like, "Let's swap decks." So he swapped the deck with him, and he still kicked his ass with his deck. It was
Dan's
so
just a better
funny.
player.
Dan was just the better player, and I will never forget that. That was like my favorite Pokemon memory in college.
Back in the days when you could walk into a store and just buy Pokemon cards, and they weren't like
Yeah.
sold out, you had to pay like $1,000 on eBay for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the McDonald's cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking buying 800 McDonald's Happy Meal Meals so you just get the Pokemon. But Harry, what about you?
My favorite Pokemon? I have a lot of favorites, but obviously
Pulls out like a
There's-
long list.
I mean, yeah. But I love this boy. Here he is, little Psyduck.
Oh, is that Pikachu?
It's yeah, Mark. Look, see?
There we go, Pikachunk.
Hey, Pikachu, OG Pikachu.
I
like how they
really
had-
I really love Psyduck. I really love Farfetch'd. I like duck Pokemon. I love Honchkrow is like my favorite like fully evolved Pokemon because he's like
Honchkrow.
so fucking cool. I have a lot of favorites. I like Gligar and Yanma, but these guys are like my the core squad.
Which one was the delivery package?
Delibird.
Pokemon. Delibird.
Delibird's good.
I just
Santa.
I found out like fucking like maybe a month ago, like, so I've always called it like Delibird, but it's supposed to be like delivered, like delivered.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I never like that never fucking clicked for me until like I just like I read someone said that like a month ago online. I was like, what the fuck? Like
Delivered.
yeah.
Like having an epiphany right now.
Yeah, like I don't know, it's weird because there's like, you know, Pokemon names, like you read them in the game and then you just say them wrong for like a decade until someone like just says it right and you're like, it clicks and you're like, what the fuck? Like that's how it's supposed to be said? So yeah, delivered.
You completely changed this world too.
Yeah, like it's weird, you know, because you think they're said one way.
Delivered. Damn.
But yeah, in the cartoon, he that Pokemon canonically works for Santa Claus. So there you go.
Love it.
That's true. Santa's little helper. Delivered. Do you think after every delivery he just yells "delivered" and then flies away?
I like to think so.
After he says it, the people who live in the house are like, "What are you doing in my house?"
Yeah.
Shoot! I got the broom.
You wake up in the middle of the night and he's standing over you.
Delivered.
He's not
Yeah,
even...
like a deep voice. He reaches in. He slowly reaches into his sack, pulls out like a fish, like gives it to you.
Pulled out a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I like to think he's in the corner of the room right here, just staring at you. You wake up, the fish like just kind of comes out, just like on the ground, and he's just like.
I'll imagine like he takes out the gun. He's like, "Be delivered unto God," and then like shoots you.
Can we make this Harry? Can you make this into an actual strip comic, please?
Maybe.
We can put this as part of Oh Baby lore. The deliverance of delivered.
Oh God.
You know what? I think now might be a good time to say chat.
Yeah.
Every time, every other week. I think we're thinking about every other week. We're gonna ask the chat what our next topic should be. So if you're interested in us just diving into or talking about a certain topic, you can go ahead and leave that in chat right now, and we'll go over and we'll figure out what we're gonna do next week.
Yeah, give us some
Give
suggestions.
us some ideas if you like.
Yeah.
Some spicy thoughts. Last time we took an audience suggestion, it was Insane Clown Posse, and
that led to a very fun episode.
God, did our world change?
By the way, Harry, I saw the video you posted today.
The fucking the die unveiling video.
Yeah,
that was so fucking funny.
Like, what was it like? I'm crying. I can't stop listening to this song.
It fucking changed everything, man. It changed my
The
world.
monkey listening to die unveiling.
It was goddamn legend.
Yeah, fucking
All
art.
those stuff. So yeah, if you have any ideas, go ahead and leave them in the chat, or you can send us. I mean, I think most people who are watching know our DMs, so they can DM us ideas. Sprich
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Colin, is that some opera shit? So
It probably is. I feel like it's definitely.
Alex is thinking either diving into East Coast, West Coast hip hop beef of the 90s.
That's so specific.
Some weird music. We did music last week with ICP.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe something a little different from music.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us so. Could you have a little
Especially,
something else?
especially because like ICP was '90s hip hop. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
feel like
that
if
part-
we
is
did
that
do
part
a
of
deep
East
dive,
Coast battle?
I feel like if we did do a deep dive into East Coast, West Coast hip hop, we'd end up somewhere in there. ICP.
yeah,
show
it would
up.
come back up.
The Cuban Missile Crisis. Jesus Christ.
That would make for an interesting episode.
That would make for a very interesting. The
The
Transformers.
Transformers movies. Oh God.
Ooh.
There you go.
Which one? I was gonna
He
say
said
like
the
are we
series.
talking about the original animated movie or like all the Michael Bay
Oh.
films?
Every
Ooh.
single one.
All of them.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a real big Transformers bitch. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
we could do
huge on
Transformers.
Yeah.
Like I
We
have.
could
all
do like just the
movies.
whole. We could do the whole franchise if you guys want to. I don't really know anything
yeah.
about
There's
Transformers.
a lot. I have
Oh.
a friend who does Transformers fan fiction, specifically.
Are we gonna read Transformers fan fiction for the episode?
I might.
Can
I
we?
just might.
Can-
Yeah. It gets pretty saucy.
I want this right now. I didn't know I wanted this, but I need this. I need to
Dude,
hear Optimus Prime lean over a person and go, "It's time to transform."
Autobots transform and
She
roll
tweeted
out.
something one time.
Are you ready to?
She tweeted something one time that was like, "Find me an excerpt from any one of my writings, and I'll talk about it in a tweet. So I went on the fucking sauciest shit she ever wrote, like posted it there, and she's like, "You asked for this," and she went on like a long tweet, like a series of about like what she was thinking and why she said what she did in that excerpt.
So the Michael Bay movies like established like that the Transformers can scan and then transform into anything. What if they scanned a dildo? They could transform into a dildo.
I feel like I'm surprised that joke wasn't made in like the Transformers. Like I'm surprised they didn't have that in the movie. Yeah. Considering that they had like Transformers with balls and shit. Like
Yeah.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Just a huge fucking like bong.
It has my favorite line in all the movies, which is, "I am directly below enemy scrotum." So bad.
Oh, and the camera like pans up.
I own every single one of those movies, and I fucking hate all of them. I hate them so much, but I watch them more than I'd like to admit. I even own The Last Night. I own literally every single Michael Bay movie.
That might be,
all of them.
I feel like this might be our topic. I think
yeah,
we stumbled upon
I feel like we've made a decision.
This is like, yeah, I have like the whole original series too on DVD.
Brian could really.
You'll be our pro.
Ryan will be the pro. I'll be the. I guess I'll be the fan fiction pro.
Yeah, you do the fan fiction and you read the fanfic to us, or summarize.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. We got our next topic for next week, guys. That is solid. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a blast. I had a great time. Do we have any final thoughts we want on Pokemon?
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Oh yeah.
Mostly, it's just fun. It's been such a great, like, even though I didn't keep up with like Black White or XY Black White and some of the other ones up till like Sun and Moon, I'm like really glad I had the experience of the series I did, and it's just like the Pokemon. We didn't even talk about like Ryan Reynolds.
Like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, but like even those, like everything about like Pokemon is like such a special thing.
It really is.
Because it's been like with me since childhood, and Nintendo's honestly, despite everything, done a great job with the series. It's like really picked up. Nothing's like, even though it does get a little like goofy with some of the apps and all that, it seems like they consistently make like really good games.
Yeah, Pokemon is like one of the like few like media like franchises that's like really fucking special to me, and it always will be. Because it's just like one of those things that I grew up with, where it occupied like every aspect of my life. So, yeah,
me too. Stuck around.
Yep.
Don't worry, I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was better.
Yeah, right. Just over here.
All right, end the podcast. End the podcast.
And that's it. Done. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching the show. Make sure to give us a follow, share with your friends. Harry, yes.
I just want to say, Mark, did you want to plug anything?
Yeah, Mark, before I outro, go ahead and plug yourself.
Check out the Universal Pokemon Federation on YouTube, and my can be found on Twitter at the Marc Cameron, MARC Cameron.
Mark, do you want to tell us a little bit about the Universal Pokemon Federation?
Yeah, talk about it.
Yeah. So it's basically a combination of WWE and Pokemon. We gave it an excuse to have fun Pokemon battles, but we like over dramatize them. Have titles on the line, super fun. It's one of a kind. The only way to like experience it and know what I'm talking about is on YouTube and just watch the episodes. It's so much fun to do, so much fun to watch. Definitely go watch it.
Yeah, it's an absolute blast. Like I cannot recommend it enough to everybody.
Gary's in it. You can watch.
Yeah,
I play a character on it.
I've been watching through it actually within the week, building up to this. So because at first I thought we were actually going to talk about it, but I really love it so far. I think it's great. And
you guys do those like the fight promos, right? You guys do like this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Week. Yeah. Those are so fun. Those are like just straight up like the wrestling promos you get.
Yeah, we can't wait to do more.
Hell yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Mark, for joining us. Thank you guys for watching.
Coming on.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
glad we had like Pokemon as this topic. It was really well timed discussion this week.
Yeah, we lucked out.
The 25th year anniversary. Yeah.
We had ICP dropping a brand new album on the day that we did our episode.
Yeah.
Pokemon did Pokemon Direct. I mean, what's next?
With any luck, there's big Transformers news in the next week. So, but all right, guys, thanks for watching the show. Make sure to give us a follow. I have the text for the YouTube stuff, so like I said, like and subscribe, leave a review. But make sure to give us a follow. Go tell your friends about us. Word of mouth is really how we get around to other people seeing what we do and what we talk about. And always remember, maybe the real podcast was the friends you made along the way.